Behind us is an authentic Lustron home, which was a prefab house manufactured in Columbus, Ohio for between 1948 and 1951 by the Lustron Corporation. They were housed out at the Columbus airport in an old airplane manufacturing facility that was used to make airplanes for World War II. After the war, there was an increased need for housing for all the returning soldiers and their families, and so during the housing boom, there was this idea to have these quickly made prefab houses, and Lustron entered the market. So this house was a Lustron house that was in Arlington, Virginia for several decades. Two families lived in it over the years, and about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, we got a phone call saying, we have this house, we know that they were built and manufactured in Columbus, Ohio, and rather than throw it away, we would want to know if you'd be interested in it. We said, absolutely. It could be installed in 2 weeks. There were 3 models, 4 different external colors, 1 or 2 different interior colors, and you'd get a house.
It's gratifying to me, and it has some snob appeal to be able to say, oh, I live in this thing called the Lustron house. Maybe you don't know about it, but the cool people do. We had sort of Lustron on the brain when we found this place, and I immediately thought, well, Catherine wouldn't want to live in a house like that. It's not brick and warm and inviting.
As soon as I walked in here, it was like, this is it. This is where I want to live.
Never had to put on a roof, never had to paint the thing, never had to do any of the things that people who live in wood houses have to do.
And so when all our neighbors have to get out there with the paintbrush and paint the house, we go out for 15 minutes and hose it down, and poof, that's our paint job.
I can't think of another house that is a brand name that you can say, I have a Lustron house, and people say, oh, I've heard about those, and you can say, I have number 2371 out of 2500, as if you had a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card or something. There are no real downsides to living here. Everybody who I talked to before we moved in said that it would be weird to live in a metal house and you'd have this kind of tinny metallic vibe in being here, but I haven't experienced that at all. To me, the Lustron was the leading edge of that kind of optimism about the world of tomorrow, where machinery and design would come together and make life better even for the common man, somebody who could afford a house like this.
I think it was really a great example of mid-century design, but also this sort of compact living that was well organized, and sort of people were coming into the modern world. They saw themselves as living in the modern world, and so I think the home really embodies that.
So the experience of the exhibit, 1950s Building the American Dream, really is the 1950s through the lens of a family living in a Lustron house. You have an opportunity to walk into the house as if the family just stepped out for the afternoon, open the drawers, sit on the couch, watch the television, play a record, play the Lincoln Logs in the child's bedroom, read the magazines that are on the table, and just kind of explore.
I think that it's close quarters. So a woman has very close to at hand her refrigerator, her stove, her washing machine, and then in the utility room, her ironing board. And it's all very shiny and clean with that new ideal standard of living. I think that we're almost swinging back to this, from the really, big and a lot to just having a little bit less and more simple living, more easy living. It's a neat connection. I like to say that this Lustron has come back home, built in Columbus, and then people lived in it in Arlington. It visited the MoMA in New York, and now it lives back in Columbus.